only of the discipline of the morality of pledge. We are not speaking of the discipline of pure morality. Moreover, in the other Abhidharmas, it is said that abstention from murder does not always follow mind and is not always a physical or vocal action. Not being concomitant with mental action, sometimes it involves retribution, sometimes it does not involve retribution. Not being associated with mind, sometimes it is impure, sometimes it is pure. These are its distinctive attributes. And it is the same for the other abstentions. Finally, some say that the Buddha and the saints avoid all futile disputation on the dharmas. It is obvious that each being in particular tries to preserve its own life. Also, the Buddha said that another's life must not be taken and that if one takes it, one will undergo all the sufferings from one lifetime to the next. As for the existence or non-existence of beings, that will be discussed later. 6. Benefits resulting from abstention from murder. Question. By one's strength, a person can overcome people, conquer kingdoms, and kill enemies. The income that he derives from the meat and hides of game animals is considerable. What benefits does he find in not killing living beings? Answer. 1. He derives confidence, happiness, and fearlessness. He says to himself, "Since I am not tormenting these beings, they will not torment me either." This is why he is fearless. The person who loves to kill, even if his position places him above kings, never enjoys the same peace as the moral man. Even though he walks alone and in isolation, the latter has no worries to be fearful of. 2. Moreover, in the case of the murderer, all creatures around him have a horror on seeing him. But all beings willingly visit the person who does not love to kill. 3. Moreover, at the end of his life, the moral person has a peaceful heart and is not worried or afraid. Whether he is reborn among the gods or among men, he will have a long life, which is the cause and condition of obtaining the path. Having reached Buddhahood, the length of his life is limitless. 4. Moreover, in the present lifetime and in future lifetimes, the murderer will undergo all kinds of suffering of body and mind. The man who has not killed does not have all these worries. This is a great benefit. 5. Moreover, the ascetic has the following thought: I spare my own life, I love my own body, and it is the same for them. How are they any different from me? This is why I must not kill a living being. 6. Moreover, the murderer is decried by good people and envied by wicked people. Being guilty of the death of a man, he will always be afraid of being despised by them. At the time of his death, his mind dread is of falling into the hells or into the animal destinies. If he were to reappear amongst men, he would always have a short life. 7. Moreover, supposing even that, in the future lifetime, he does not undergo punishment, that he is neither decried by good people nor envied by the wicked, he should not even then take the life of another. Why? Because this conduct is not appropriate for an honest person. All the more reason he should abstain from it when, in both lifetimes, present and future, he must suffer the punishment for his fault. 8. Moreover, murder is the most serious of all sins. Why? When people are in danger of death, they sacrifice their treasures and keep their safety as primordial thing. The joy of the merchants saved from shipwreck. Some merchants who had gone to sea and gathered precious substances were about to set sail again when their ship was wrecked. Their precious stones were lost. Nevertheless they congratulated themselves and, raising their hands, they said, "Happily have we sacrificed our treasures." The astonished crowd said to them, "You have lost your riches and, quite naked, have you found safety? Why do you rejoice, saying, 'Happily have we sacrificed our treasures'?" They answered, "Of all treasures, the life of a person is the foremost treasure. It is for life that people search for treasures, but they do not sacrifice their life for treasures. This is why the Buddha said that, of the 10 bad paths of action, the sin of murder takes first place, and, of the 5 precepts, that which prohibits murder also is in first place. The person who, in many ways, practices all the meritorious virtues but who does not have the morality of abstention, does not derive any benefit. Why? One can have wealth, nobility, rank, power and bravery. But without a long life, who could enjoy it? This is how we know that, of the sins, the sin of murder is the most serious. Of all the virtues, abstention from murder is the foremost. In the world, anxiety for life is primordial. How do we know that? All people suffer punishments willingly, ruin, house search, pillage, provided that they can preserve their life. 8. Moreover, the person who pledges to observe morality and has made the resolution to no longer kill any living being has already given to numberless beings the most important gift that they wish for. And the merits that he has attained are immense. Thus the Buddha said, there are 5 great gifts. What are they? Abstaining from killing living beings is the first great gift, and so on for renunciation of theft, lust, falsehood, and the use of intoxicants. 9. Finally, the merits of those who practice the meditative stabilization of loving kindness are immense. Water and fire cannot harm them, soldiers cannot wound them, poisons have no effect on them. These are the benefits of the 5 great gifts. 7. Punishments for killing. Furthermore, in the 3 times and the 10 directions, veneration of the Buddha is primordial. Now, as the Buddha said to the Upasaka Namti Ikea, the killing of living beings has 10 punishments. What are these 10? 1. The mind is always infected by poison from lifetime to lifetime without interruption. 2. Beings abhor the murderer and feel no joy in seeing him. 3. The murderer, always full of evil intentions, contemplates evil things. 4. Beings fear him, as though they saw a snake or a tiger. 5. During sleep his mind is disturbed. When awake, he is not at peace. 6. He always has bad dreams. 7. At the end of his life, he dreads a bad death. 8. He plants the causes and conditions leading to a short life. 9. After the destruction of the body at the end of life, he falls into hell. 10. If he reappears among men, he always has a short life. Moreover, the ascetic says to himself, all living beings equals including insects hold onto their life. Why clothe and feed oneself if, for one's own existence, one kills living beings? Finally, the ascetic must always cultivate the virtues of great men. Of all the great men, the Buddha is the greatest. Why? He is omniscient, he has the fullness of the 10 powers, he can save beings and always practices loving kindness and compassion. By observing morality and abstaining from murder, he has become Buddha. He also teaches his disciples the practice of this loving kindness and compassion. The ascetic who wants to engage in the practices of the great man should also avoid murder.